So the Galaxy S23 Ultra may not look so different from the current S22 Ultra, but certainly they're gonna be quite a bit of upgrades, at least in the main camera department or even the chip department or SoC department. I've already talked about everything about the SoC in my last video. You can check out that one. Here I'm gonna tell you about the camera specs that are leaked and something really interesting that you probably wanna know. So first and foremost thing, according to leaker Yugesh Barar, the phone will actually have 200 megapixel Samsung's ISOCELL camera sensor that will 1/1.3-inch sensor with 0.6 micrometer size pixels. Now if you're thinking the S22 Ultra's camera sensor is almost the same big, so there are too many megapixels, but it is not that huge of a big sensor, but it is quite a bit still bigger. As for the telephoto camera, there are going to be two cameras, two 10 megapixel cameras. One is 3x telephoto camera that is 1/3.52-inch sensor with 1.12 micrometer size pixels, and the 10x periscope zoom camera is going to be 1/3.52-inch sensor and it will have the same 1.12 micrometer size pixels. Identical cameras, just different capabilities, and this is the same module you can find inside the S22 Ultra. So the difference in the telephoto department would be in the software, algorithm, or an ISP, NPU. Now ultra wide angle camera is also going to be 12 megapixel, 1/2.55-inch sensor. Now if you're thinking what sensor it is, like the main camera sensor, well, it is a 200 megapixel Samsung's ISOCELL HP2 sensor. Now this sensor hasn't been announced at all, so you can find the HP1 in some phones and you can find HP3 sensors in phones too in the future as well. But HP2 is actually a sensor made for the Samsung Galaxy phones by Samsung. So yeah, it is a little exclusive. So really don't go with the HP number because that doesn't mean anything. Now another leak comes courtesy of Ice Universe actually showcased that there would be an option for 200 megapixel camera indeed. Now this screenshot actually shows it's the Samsung's One UI and it's the interface of this Samsung Galaxy phone's camera app. So this is actually kind of confirmed. Now we know that until Samsung confirms it, nothing is confirmed, but still, you know how leak community works. Now as per the leaked screenshot, it is showing that it will be able to take a 50 megapixel photo as well as a 200 megapixel photo. Now this is all thanks to the pixel binning technology of Samsung's ISOCELL camera sensors, which is actually really good. Now that actually creates super pixels from the smaller pixels. So in the low light, the pixel binning helps it to have a better photo. But then again, this is not a new thing. What is something not so new, but it is new that according to elect sources, the world's largest smartphone maker Samsung is actually having business meeting with the partners a few weeks ago. The plans are reportedly to produce about 291 million handsets. That is actually 13% reduction if you don't know. Now for the S23 Ultra in 2023, Samsung has set a goal of like 14.74 million units, about 45% of the Samsung Galaxy S23s in total, while the S23 Plus model is only expected to move about 5.42 million units, and remaining one is for the S23, about 38%. Now the 291 million phones goal is still considering the Galaxy Z series lineup as well as the lower end series as well, so just do keep that in mind. Now thanks to Ice Universe, we also have screen protectors of the S23 Ultra, S23 Plus and the S23. That shows nothing really interesting other than just a screen size comparison, almost. So in terms of the release date though, we have heard so many things. Some publications are saying that it is coming in next December, next month. So here's the thing, even though we're getting the leaks pretty early, doesn't mean that it will come that early, because after all, it will kind of not make sense. Now, if you don't know, oldest daily newspaper in South Korea actually reported this. The Galaxy S23 launch event might happen around 17th February next year. And then on top of everything, it does make sense for Samsung to launch at that time, not next month. Okay, you probably want this, or you probably want that, or you probably want this one. You want all of them. Definitely you have a good choice. All of them are in 8K and you can find them in my website jointheavid.com, link down below. So definitely visit it. Until the next one, bye and take care.